What's up, LinkedIn? So I want to talk real quick about warehousing. So whether, I seem to be coming into it more and more, whether it's with a current customer or a potential customer, when you start increasing market reach and sales start booming, let's just say you're on the East Coast, your location's on the East Coast, you got a warehouse or you got a third-party warehouse you utilize on the East Coast, and now your sales start really booming into the West Coast. Well, maybe, it's all situational, but those shipments are expensive. And, I won't get into the weeds on like if you can consolidate and all that, but let's just say we're at the point where, hey, we need to figure out where we should go into a warehouse location to get us closer to the West Coast. That's going to shorten lead times and, obviously drive down that transportation cost, because at the end of the day, shipping across the country, I don't care what mode you use, is expensive. So again, you can go, there's multiple options, but I can see the asset side going, the company going directly to the warehousing, or utilizing a third-party logistics company like, Global Trans, that essentially, looks at the warehousing partnerships like they would their carrier network. That's why you use us. We have the partnerships, we have the volume. Same thing goes for the warehousing, and we're more flexible. Before someone says I'm just very biased, I have worked on the other side of the fence and have worked for a company that was a 3PL, but owned their own assets when it came to 20 different distribution and warehousing locations. It's awesome, right? But I will say this, it was expensive. There was a lot of things that went into there, who they would even take into their warehouse if they even had space. And, so I would imagine, again, I can only speak for the asset company I work for, but you probably have to be at some pretty high volumes or have a lot of money to want to go in there if they can even take you. And it just seemed a lot like it wasn't as flexible. The process was a lot longer, I will say that. Where on our end, you're not pigeonholed into anything. We can offer you multiple options, and when you're in there, again, things change. You gotta pivot. That's why, again, outside of our partnerships and stuff like that, I think it would be more or less the flexibility. And then lastly is, again, from a location standpoint, right? A lot of people just let's face it, a lot of people just want to guesstimate where they think they should go. We can really pinpoint it down. That's why I talk about data a lot. When we have data, seeing where those new customers are at, which ones have the most volume, we can give you multiple different options on, hey, we'll run it through our business intelligence tool. We'll pull a report for you and say, hey, we'll all sit down and say, hey, these are the top 5 options. So again, you have options. You'll be able to utilize our volume and scale. And again, if you're into the one-stop shop, it's just another area where you don't have to go out and put another hand in the pot for your guys' supply chain. So if you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, have a great Wednesday.